Hey everyone, it's Tina Trevino for Latin Biz Today. And earlier this summer, I was able to interview the founder and the designer of luxury brand The Merger New York, Samantha Telfair. I was able to ask her a few questions about what it's like getting ready for her first ever New York Fashion Week, some of her concerns and fears, and what it's like to get all of her product ready for her collection. So come and join us as I ask her a few questions, and then I'll show you the end result at New York Fashion Week. It's pretty exciting. What are you working on?
I'm just adding pieces to my collection. So this morning, I was at the denim factory, and I swear, my pattern maker at the denim factory, I look at him, I go, I know I'm your favorite person that you hate to see walk in here because denim is a whole different beast. And
Beast is the right word. Beast is the
yes.
right word. Yeah. Totally.
So what I want to do, and then dealing with raw denim and having it treated and all that stuff, he looks at me sometimes and he is just like I need you to see the vision, and we'll talk production later. Just like make me my prototype. Yeah.
Factories are very different. That's what they focus on, the production, the final thing, right? And they can't get their heads around the design and development sometimes.
Yes,
So
and I'm just like, just humor me, entertain me, like make it my way, and then from there we can figure out how to, in essence, dumb it down for production or whatever. But I was like, I need to be wowed. Like, can I be wowed? That's why he just looks at me, and what should have been like a 10-minute meeting was like 40 because he just kept staring at what I had in front of me. He's like, I don't even know how to. I'm like, that's your job. I designed it. I feel bad about what I know can be done because I'm also one of those that I brought him a prototype that I cut up and pinned and did everything in my house. And I'm like, listen, I got you halfway there. Like, it's not like you're going just off of a picture and have to figure it out. Like, I'm literally cutting it out so that you can see it the way I see it.
right, you did half the work already. So
yes, and he's just staring, and he just keeps looking up at me, and he's looking over at me. I was like, I'm gonna let you go and sit, and sit on this. Think about it. But every time I walk in, I can see it on his face. Like, here we go. Because of all of COVID, I kind of sat like, after a while towards the tail end, I don't designer's block. Like, nothing was stimulating to me. I couldn't think about it. Even when I was invited to Fashion Week, like I almost thought about declining because artistically, I was like, I don't even know if I have anything. I was falling into the COVID funk that everybody else was falling. And the last day that I had to reply and to accept, I did. And I was really nervous because I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, we've seen the stuff that I have. It's great. It's enough that if that's what I wanted to go with, I could, but I just know how I am. And I was like, I have to develop on this and, expand on this story that I've started. And I don't know what happened, but one day I literally was sitting here. My kids went to Florida with my mom as they do every summer. And I spent like maybe 7 hours sketching and drawing with my eraser, going new design, like my bond paper. I had to go buy myself a new thing of paper because I do hand sketching, and I had to go buy a new book and everything. But it was like all of a sudden I went from no concept, no thoughts to like this overflow. It was like heaven sent, right on time.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are feeling that way in terms of things turning a corner a little bit and, feeling good about
dressing up and doing things and wearing things to places, right? I mean, otherwise we had nowhere to go to wear anything anyway. I mean, you can say I'm going to wear it in my house, but you know. So
Yeah, especially in California, and I'm sure New York was the same. Well, and I know California is a little bit stricter, that we can still barely do anything over here. So that was a lot of my funk too. And I think within that window, we literally only had 3 weeks where like all the mandates were down before they put them back up. And in those 3 weeks, I don't know. I didn't realize how stifled my creativity was from feeling like I couldn't do, like just from everything in the outside world was hitting inside, was hitting home. And the minute that went down, and I think when I went out, and I know it sounds crazy and it probably sounds horrible because I know COVID is such a real thing, but just having my mask off outside for those few days, it was like all of a sudden this energy that I didn't even realize I missed came to able to wear my red lipstick. You know, I've told you in the past how I feel about my red lipstick. I consider it my cape. I was wearing it to mop my floor and clean my house. And once I started putting it on, I swear it just completely different. But now we only lasted 3 weeks without any mandates, and we're back on them. But lucky for me, I was able to have this overflow where it felt like, but I'm starting to feel back like, here we are. Like the engagement is different when you're dealing with people.
yeah, you know? I agree. It's different. Just doesn't have the same wonderful feeling. So
doesn't feel as warm, even no matter what you do, it just does not feel as warm. But I get it, you know, I'm not an anti of any sorts of any means. I get it, but it just, you know, I'm going on the record of saying it feels different.
I know. Well, we're all lucky we had those few weeks to even have a little taste of it, I think, because it just made a difference for everybody.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's actually my fear now. Before, my fear was design, and now that designs, I feel like, and which is kind of scary because everything is still in progress. Like not all my designs are done, so I'm kind of scared. I'm like, I hope they all look the way I want them to look. But then now my new fear is who's coming. I'm like, what if no one's there? I swear, it probably the day before yesterday that started. Like, oh my gosh, who will be there? Will it be enough people? Yes, I tell you, that is my fear, is doing all of this. And because I kid you not, Tina, I was ready. When I tell you I was in a funk, I was interviewing for jobs. I was ready to get a 9-to-5. I was like, I don't know what's happening with fashion. I was so uninspired. I knew, like, I wanted to be in sweatpants all day. So I couldn't, you know, with my mind being there, I just couldn't develop anything. And literally, I was about to accept a position when I got my email, and then I felt like it was like divine intervention. You know,
that's so funny. No, I'm the best part of the showing the business. Everybody knows how glamorous things look. I mean, that's what everybody sees all the time. But like, what does it look like behind the scenes, getting it to happen? How much work? How much effort? You know. I think that's the cool part of showcasing a designer's life, because it is a business, it's a career, you know, and it's just like any other business. It's difficult. So
yes, and it's more unglamorous than it is glamorous. So that's why I'm like, yeah, if you can capture all that. I almost wish I had someone to do the day-to-day so they can hear all the no's I hear, or the how what, you know, can we, you know, all the redirections that people, you know, that they try to put me in, or the fact that I have different people doing different things, because I'm not manufacturing straight through contract with a huge production thing. I'm using everyone in their off hours, and I'm doing fittings late at night in their houses while they're, you know, because like I said, I'm in between. I was like, I don't want to be in contract. I'm like, I sold my wedding ring to my diamond to get here. Like, that's how we're here. So I'm like, either we're making this happen and we're going to get buyers, or we're going to be hungry for, you know, for a while until I figure it back out.
Right.
So I'm here to share all of that. You know, I'm raw. Like,
I love it. Okay. So we're almost in September already, which is crazy.
Well, don't say it.